Well, hello YouTubers and vinyl community and everybody else. It's the second day on my Christmas and New Year break, so I'm definitely enjoying that, being able to relax a bit and also listening to some great music. And well, anyway, just feeling the Christmas spirit. And I found one way to do it is by bringing up this trustful Sony simple tape recorder, put in a couple of batteries, and then I found this lovely Blue Christmas Elvis Presley tape from 1976. Swedish. Well, I still don't know. Do you say pressing when it comes to cassettes? Let's see what it sounds like. Well, very nice. I'm going to lower the sound so I don't get in any problems with the copyright people. I mean, simple cassette record, but it sounds quite nice. Quite good quality, actually, even for being fairly modern, although it looks older. Anyway, I thought I'm going to show you some of the later... Sorry, I'm just switching you out there. I'm going to show you some of my latest acquisitions. Since I made my last video, I've turned a year older. I'm now 38 years old. And I would like to say thank you to everybody who sent your birthday greetings to me, mainly well in person and also on my Facebook profile. Very nice of you. Thank you. It really warmed my heart. And also, two of my classes sang for me at my job. I'm a teacher. Of course, the girls. The boys wouldn't ever do things like that, but the girls did. They did it very nice. And also my colleagues that sang for me. Very nice. I got some nice gifts. Not that I really asked for it, but thank you anyway. I also bought myself a gift, and I've been really talking to myself. Do I really need this? Do I really need this? Do I really need this? I want it, yeah, but do I really need it? Well, finally I decided, well, what the heck, I've been working hard all autumn. I really need this, and I deserve it. And it's heavy, so I'm going to show you. This box of, well, I think it's 16 LPs and a very luxurious book with the Beatles in stereo on vinyl. The box is worth a video of its own. I've been listening to all the records there, and I'm formed an opinion about it. So I think I'm going to do a video especially about this box later on. But let's say I'm not at all disappointed with it. I've heard that American pressings sometimes have been rather lousy, but this European pressing, great. But I'm going to talk more about that in another video. Pardon. Well, what more to show? Well, let's continue with the Beatles. I really didn't need this either, but still I got it. It's the 50-year jubilee issue of the single Love Me Do and P.S. I Love You on mono, with the sleeve and label looking like the original back then. Although it's with the silver and gold printing, they never really get it right on these reissues. It looks more like gray paint than it looks like silver. And same with the golden printing on the some of these reissues in the Beatles box. It's okay, but well, I'm not going to argue about that. Then I found this. I don't know if you've heard this girl, Valerie June. Working Woman's Blues and Hey on the Sunday Best label. I recently heard this performer, singer, and she has a very special voice, and I have to say I really like it. Okay, I managed to find a record that I really should have had in my collection long ago, but since I have all the other good Genesis albums, well, more or less, depends on what you think is good, of course. But now I finally got hold of Selling England by the Pound. This is a German pressing on Charisma. Yeah. And continuing my search for Jethro Tull, we have Too Old to Rock and Roll, Too Young to Die. Does that sound familiar? Well, on Chrysalis, it's from 1976, I think. Yeah, and for completion, when it comes to the Beatles Anthology 3, I have volume 1 and 2 since before on vinyl, but now I managed to get hold of a copy of Anthology 3 too. Rather pricey, but well. Oh yeah, this is an issue that I really wanted when I first saw it, because I'm a great fan of this artist, and I happen to think that the material he made during these years is his best. We talk about Lee Hazelwood, the LHI years, singles, nudes and backsides, 1968 to 1971. That's when I think Lee Hazelwood was as best. Well, I've kept this cover here, so nobody gets offended here. But for some reason, I kind of like this sleeve. This is a record store day issue made by Lights in the Attic, and they said that they're going to issue more material of Lee Hazelwood on Lights in the Attic. That's good. That's really good. Some of the records that he made here in Sweden in the 1970s are beginning to be very sought after out in the world, because he's a cult artist these days. So I've seen them go for quite high prices nowadays, which feels a bit odd because those records have been around in Swedish stores for several years. Right. Sorry. Over to some old material, and this is an issue I've been looking for material by this madman, Spike Milligan. Milligan Preserved on Parlophone from 1961. It's a mono issue, but it has this black and golden label. It's not in tip-top condition, but definitely worth having. And recording produced by George Martin. So of course everything hangs together when it comes to English entertainment. Then we have El Dorado, Symphony by the Electric Light Orchestra from 1974 on Warner Brothers. I was lucky to find a whole bunch of Bruce Springsteen albums in top condition, so I've been updating some of my own issues here. One of those that I bought was Nebraska, that I didn't have it before. Recorded on a Tascam multi-track 4-track cassette recorder, which is kind of neat because that's the kind of equipment that I used for many years myself when I recorded material. Although it wasn't a Tascam, it was a Yamaha, but anyway. So you can make good music even with simple equipment. I have a better version of Born to Run than I had before. Before I only had a quite cheap, not very well sounding issue from from the Philippines, of all places. But this is a better one. This is a Dutch pressing. Oops, sorry. Then we have The River from 1980. This is a British issue. And I also bought Darkness on the Edge of the Town, but that's in another room. I'm not going to get that now. And we have this early compilation by 10cc, greatest hits of 10cc on UK records from 1975. So I guess it's material from their first 2 or 3 albums. This is a nice blues compilation, urban blues on Speciality from 1980, 70 something. Material from the 50s. Well, we got Joe Latcher, we got Joe Turner, Percy Mayfield, Floyd Dixon, Winona Carr, Lester Williams. Good stuff. Then we have some Swedish punk / new wave female stuff. Tant Strul, which was a very popular group in the early 80s. Amazon. This is their second album, led by the singer-songwriter Kajsa Grytt. And they have recently got back together. I think they split in 1985. This is from 1983. I think they managed to record 3 albums. Anyway, they got back together a couple of years ago when the lead singer Kajsa Grytt had her 50th birthday. So they're back on track. That's nice. Yeah, and then we have this album by Via con Dios, Night Owls. I think that's their second album from 1990, with a hit tune Na Na Na, Nay Na Na Na. Very nice acoustic pop. I like it. I like them very much when they had their big breakthrough. Then we have another. Oh, I keep hitting the mic. Sorry about that. Then we have another compilation. Doopa Poo Oo. Early 60s soul, 1960 to 1965. We have Ike and Tina Turner. We got Marv Johnson, I Love the Way You Love, great too. Ernie K. Doe, Irma Thomas, Aaron Neville, Ines Fox. This is a compilation from 1980 on Capitol. And then finally a couple of not very known records by not very known local groups. I found a record by a group called The Up All Nights. This is a 10-inch EP with 4 tracks: Blueberry Pie, Train to Nowhere, Endless Nights, and My Intentions on the Lost Lover Recording Co. label. Well, when I started to search for material about the Up All Nights, I found an American group called the Up All Nights, but this is actually a group from Stockholm. And this is an issue from 2008, and this is not the kind of stuff that you really think that you're going to find in a local charity shop, but I did. And it just has a white label like this. And then finally we have the group called Post. Also a 10-inch EP. Record from 2003. We have four different tunes with Swedish titles: Dags att gå, Jag vet inte länge, Så många andra människor, and Till sist, on the Sparkling label. And this is also a bit nice because we have here a little paper with information about the group. I didn't know anything about them, but since I found it at the local charity shop and it cost nothing, well, why not take a chance? So I haven't listened to it yet, but I will. And also nice features that it's well, you see, white vinyl. So, well, that's what's new for now, and I thought that that would be the last new vinyl finds for this year, but I'm not sure really. I've got a note about record fair in Solna just before New Year, and I had no idea. It's not, I don't know who's organizing it. I have to check that out if it's good or not, but we'll see. Anyway, I hope you all have a nice weekend, and if I don't see you before, a very good Christmas and lots of nice music and nice food, and I hope you all have a good time in all your different ways. And let's let the king sing a bit more here, or the trusty old Sonny.